I'm a co-host of Movie Geeks United. I do a monthly 4K Blu-ray roundup on my podcast, and I occasionally interview guests who are connected with things that I'm passionate about. That's why it's called Adam's Corner. I like to say that my podcast is something of an exercise in narcissism because it's all about the things I'm passionate about. And what we're going to talk about today on this video is something that I'm really passionate about, and that's the world of collecting Blu-rays and 4K discs. Or some people just like to still call them DVD, although I'm trying to phase out my DVD collection, especially with the uptick in quality you're getting in 4K. I don't understand why anyone would be interested in VHS or DVDs unless they absolutely couldn't get the product that they're seeking on any other format. But nevertheless, this is a video that I found that was quite interesting. And it's called People Who Still Own DVD Collections Usually Share These 7 Traits. I shared this article with my partner, and she agreed that a lot of these do certainly apply to me. This is by Olivia Reed, and it's a very interesting article, I thought. So anyway, so let's get down to it. Nostalgia lovers. DVD collectors are often driven by a deep sense of nostalgia. In a world that's quickly moving towards digital, owning physical DVDs gives them a tangible connection to the past. It's not just about watching movies, but about reliving memories. And in a lot of instances, it's memories that I have. I can remember the theaters I saw these films in. I can remember the experience of being there when a lot of these films that are now part of popular American culture, I can remember when they were brand new. I was there. I was there on opening day for a lot of these films. So yes, and this is a good way to relive those memories. People are remembering the thrill of going to a video rental store and picking out a movie for the night, or the excitement when a new DVD box set of your favorite TV series was released. Well, that rarely happens anymore, although occasionally it does. I recently got the Murder, She Wrote box set, so it's happening, but on Blu-ray, not DVD so much these days. For these people, DVDs are more than just a storage medium. They're a way to preserve those feelings and experiences. It's a trait that goes beyond just movie watching. It's about cherishing the past and finding joy in the tangible physical aspects of life. In the end, it's not just about what's convenient or current, but about what brings them happiness and memories. A second trait that we all share, according to this article, is an appreciation for extras. Being a DVD collector, I can tell you one thing, we love the extras. Sure, streaming services may offer a wide array of movies and series, but do they include director's cuts, deleted scenes, or behind-the-scenes footage? Not very often. I still remember the thrill I felt when I bought the DVD box set of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The hours of interviews, behind-the-scenes peeks, and director's commentary made the whole experience more immersive and intimate. It's like getting a backstage pass into the making of your favorite movies. It provides insights into the filmmaking process that you just don't get with streaming services. This trait speaks to our curiosity and our desire to dig deeper. We're not just content with watching a movie, we want to understand how it was made and what decisions went into its creation. Next time you come across someone with a DVD collection, know that they probably have a deep-seated appreciation for the extras in life. Independent thinking is the third trait listed in this article. DVD collectors are often independent thinkers. In a world where streaming services are curating our viewing habits with algorithms, these individuals choose to take control of their entertainment choices. A study by the University of Amsterdam found that recommendation algorithms can create a filter bubble, leading us to watch the same types of shows and movies over and over again, but DVD collectors sidestep this issue. They don't let an algorithm decide what they should watch next. They prefer to make their own decisions based on their interests and preferences. This trait carries over into other aspects of their lives too. They're likely to value independence and personal choice not just in their entertainment, but in every decision they make. I totally agree. This is a thing that really bothers me with the streaming. My partner's niece and nephew came over to our house recently, and we gave them a little tour of our little home theater that we've put together here, and they were just amazed at the being able to touch and physically hold Cinderella and the Toy Story films. It's something that's totally lost on the up and coming generation, and for them to see something actual physically in their hands that gives them a tangible piece of these movies that they're fans of. I mean, I could just see the smiles on their faces, and it reminded me of what's being missed, I think. So yes, quality purists. This is a big one for me. This is quality number 4. Let's talk about the quality, not just of the movie plot or acting, but the actual audiovisual quality. DVD collectors often have an eye for detail, and they value the high definition quality that DVDs offer. And she's saying DVDs offer, but it's really, of course, Blu-rays and 4Ks that she is talking about. So 4K technology is amazing. They're actually able to go in and scan these prints without touching them. And the directors can go in and actually color correct. A lot of instances, there are times when the lab had bad water or something when they were developing the film, and they weren't able to actually get the film to look proper the way they wanted it to. I know William Friedkin talked about this. He said he sent The Exorcist out, the footage from The Exorcist, many, many times and never could get it to look quite right because of the labs they were sending it to. And so now with this 4K technology, they're able to go in and scan the negatives and actually color correct if some of the people who were involved are still alive. Unfortunately, we're living in an era when a lot of the talent is certainly passing away. But occasionally we'll get, like with the recent release of Sorcerer, William Friedkin Sorcerer, he was able to actually approve the transfer of this. This is something that was approved with his before he passed away in 2023, and it's amazing. It's a really amazing piece of work. I was really impressed with the transfer that they did for the new Criterion 4K. So that's one example that we could talk about. Yes, but back to what I was talking about. Streaming services can fluctuate in quality depending on your internet speed. DVDs maintain a consistent high-quality viewing experience. You've got to remember that the pipelines are limited. The bandwidth is limited, so even a 4K, something that's labeled on 4K for streaming, is not going to be the same 4K that you would get on a disc that has 100 gigabytes worth of storage space is going to give you a much better picture than you'll ever get with the streaming, because the streaming, they have to limit these bandwidths because otherwise all of this stuff couldn't come through the pipeline, all the content that's out there. So keep that in mind. These are just my own personal observations. Yeah, this is particularly true for those who still own Blu-ray discs. These individuals are not just collectors, they are quality purists, and I know that I am one of those. They enjoy their movies in the best possible format, appreciating every detail of the cinematography and sound design. The trait is often indicative of a broader appreciation for quality and detail in all aspects of life. Whether it's food, music, or even relationships, these individuals tend to seek out and value experiences that offer depth and richness. I know that the friendships that I've chosen, my partner, people that I choose to spend my time with, yes, I try to seek out value and experiences with those I surround myself with, and that goes to, and my movies are equally important. So yes, and so yeah, it all bleeds into your real everyday life, I think. That's my opinion. And so yeah, I would totally agree with what this article is saying here. Connection seekers. You know there's something special about the act of physically picking up a DVD, removing it from its case, and placing it into the player. It feels more intentional, more deliberate. A few years back, I went through a rough patch in my life. My DVD collection became more than just a hobby during that time. It was a source of comfort. Picking up an old favorite and watching it wasn't just about the movie, it was about the connection. And I found that many DVD collectors feel the same way. It's not just about the DVDs themselves, but about the connection they provide. They can connect us to our past, to shared memories with friends and family, or even to our own emotions. Yes, I totally agree. And again, this goes back to being able to remember the time and the place where you were at when you saw something. I know my father is long gone, almost 4 years now, and I can remember films that we went to see together. And these films bring back tangible memories of spending time, quality time with him, or things that he recommended to me, And so, yeah, and other people, friends. I have friends who have passed away over the years that, even though some of the films that we saw together weren't particularly good, I remember the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 1990 just being awful. I was 19 years old at the time, and I thought it was one of the worst things I'd ever seen. But one of my friends who has since passed away from a stroke, he was only a year older than myself, I remember us going to see that film in the spring of 1990, and he was kind of a child at heart, and he really, really enjoyed it. So his enthusiasm was something that I do remember, even though he's long gone. So those are the kind of things that we do think about when we hold these films in our hand. Not that I would ever have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in my collection, because that's definitely not for me. And I think of some other films. I remember a film called The Squeeze from 1987 with Michael Keaton. A really pretty terrible film. But I had a friend in the 11th grade we were really close friends, and it was the last time that I ever saw him. He went off to college to become a pharmacist, and I never saw him again after that. So it was our last time that we spent together. Again, another bad film with a good memory. So I know I'm getting off the subject here, but it's just something that I like to think about and reflect about. When you hold these films, you can remember times. And I can remember, with the good films too, going to see JFK and being how wowed that I was when I saw that in a theater in December of 1991. That's one example that I can remember. It was on a Saturday afternoon, the day after it came out, and boy, it was just amazing. And so those are the emotions and feelings that come back when you talk about these types of things. So the sixth trait, patient collectors. Collecting DVDs requires patience. It's not like streaming where you have instant access to thousands of titles at the click of a button. Building a DVD collection takes time. It's about hunting down specific titles, waiting for the sales, or even bidding on rare finds. It's a slow process, but for DVD collectors, it's part of the charm. This trait often translates into other aspects of their lives. They're likely to be patient and deliberate in their decisions. They understand the value of waiting for something worthwhile, whether it's a rare DVD or a life goal. In a world where everything is instant, DVD collectors remind us of the joy and reward that comes with patience. And I know I'm not the most patient person. If you know me personally, you'll know that. But when it comes to my DVD collection, it has taught me some level of patience. And I would do well to heed the lessons that I learned from the patience that comes with that. Cherishers of physicality. At the heart of every DVD collection is an appreciation for physicality. DVDs are tangible. They can be touched, held, and displayed. They have a weight and a presence that digital files simply can't replicate. This is perhaps the most essential trait of a DVD collector. They cherish the physical world. They value the tactile experience of flipping through their collection, selecting a disc, and appreciating the artwork on its cover. In an increasingly digital world, this trait is a reminder of the joy found in physical objects and experiences. It's a celebration of the tangible, a nod to the importance of our senses in experiencing the world around us. A reflection on the tangible. In the heart of each DVD collector lies a deep appreciation for the physical, tangible world. It's an affinity that goes beyond movies and spills over into how they live their lives. Each time they pick up a DVD, it's a quiet protest against the ephemeral nature of digital media. It's a statement that says, I value the physical, I value the tangible. In our increasingly digital world, it's easy to overlook the joy of touch, the comfort in physicality, but perhaps these DVD collectors are onto something. Maybe there's something profoundly human in holding a piece of art in your hands. Maybe there's a certain satisfaction in owning a physical copy that digital files just can't replicate. As we navigate this ever-evolving digital landscape, let's not forget the charm and beauty of the physical world. Let's not forget the joy of holding a beloved movie in our hands and cherishing it for all it's worth. Because in the end, it might not just be about DVDs. It might be about reclaiming our connection with the tangible world. And so that is I just wanted to share that article with you about the 7 traits that DVD collectors have. And I thought it was certainly interesting and worth sharing because I certainly can identify with a lot of that. So that's going to be it for this edition of the Adams Corner, the weekly Adams Corner video, or sometimes bi-weekly, but I'm trying to do better. Appreciate those of you who are subscribing. I'm gaining subscribers, and thank you for chiming in. I love hearing from you folks, and even if I disagree with you or whatever, I just enjoy interacting. So I love creating new online relationships and friendships, and so that's great stuff. That's as important as any of the other stuff that comes with this. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if inclined, and just chime in. Send me a comment. I'd love to interact. And if you want me to do more of these videos, let me know. I'll keep doing more of them. Until next time, keep those discs spinning.